Okay, this question is related to chemical test. So this is 10.55. So this says the following two unknown compound X and Y gives the following test. So you have two compound X, compound Y, and the test gives, so if you have bromine, so if you treat X with bromine, it decolorizes the bromine water. So it decolorizes. So it decolorizes the bromine water. Now if you have Y, in this case no reaction. So Y does not give any reaction. So this means this contains a double bond, this does not contain a double bond. And the molecular formula for compound is given to you, C4H8O. So for both, the molecular formula is C4H8O. So this is isomeric C4H8O. So these are the two compound molecular formula is given. So it looks like it contains oxygen. It may be alcohol, it may be ether, it may be aldehyde ketone. You see, but the unsaturation factor. So you have C4, let us leave oxygen, 4 into 2, 8. So unsaturation factor for both is 1. So unsaturation factor is 1. Are you getting? So this is unsaturation factor. Now if sodium metal, so if I treat this compound with sodium metal, so if this compound are treated with sodium metal, so this is a test of alcohol. If hydrogen gas is released, then this is alcohol. So first case it bubbles. So this means this is alcohol. And the second does not bubble, no bubble. So this suggests compound X must contain alcohol group. Now the third test is chromic acid test. So H2CrO4. So if I treat with H2CrO4, this gives green solution. So solution becomes green. So solution becomes green. And in this case no reaction. So in this case no reaction you have. Are you getting? And the fourth one, that is Lucas test. So if you do Lucas, now this gives no reaction. So in this case the top one gives no reaction, as well as the lower one also does not give any reaction. So no reaction. This also gives no reaction. Let us try to use this information to derive the structure of X and Y. Now you see, X decolorizes the bromine water, so X contains a double bond. X also contains alcohol group, and this gives no Lucas test, so this is not a primary alcohol. So X, what are the information we have? For X we have, it contains a double bond, it contains a OH group, it is not primary, so this is not primary alcohol, because if you have a primary alcohol, it will give Lucas, if you have secondary tertiary alcohol, it will give Lucas test. It does not give Lucas test. This means this is not a primary alcohol. Also this solution becomes green, so it must be alcohol, that is, it does not give Lucas test. This means this is a primary alcohol. You are getting? And this also becomes green, so this is oxidation by H2CrO4. So this also suggests a primary alcohol, because tertiary alcohol cannot get oxidized, so primary alcohol can get oxidized. So now our structure for X will be, you have 4 carbon. Now alcohol is primary, so I have to put OH group here, and now I have to put a double bond. So we have option for double bond. Either I can put double bond here or I can put double bond here. Now if I put a double bond here, basically in that case that will be not alcohol, it will tautomerize and it will give aldehyde. So that is not the case. If I put a double bond here, this is one option, and the second option we will have, I can put a double bond here, OH. So this is the second option we have. So two options. Now see, the compound does not gives Lucas test. If the position is allylic, this will give Lucas test, because in that case OH2 plus will be formed and this will rearrange. So if you have a allylic alcohol, that gives the Lucas test. This you have to remember. A allylic alcohol gives the Lucas test This does not give the Lucas test. This means this is not the case, this is the case. So you can remember a allylic alcohol gives the Lucas test. A allylic alcohol also gives the Lucas test. Even this is a primary, but it will give the Lucas test because allylic carbocation is a stable. Allylic alcohol also gives Lucas test. So I cannot have a allylic because this says compound X does not gives Lucas test. So I cannot have a allylic. You're getting? You see here, compound X does not gives Lucas test. So I cannot have a allylic alcohol. If this is a allylic primary alcohol, in that case that will give the Lucas test. Now let us say for bi. Fairly easy one. If you see bi, it does not give any reaction. No double bond. Bromine water does not react, no double bond. This does not react with sodium, no OH group. This does not give oxidation, so no OH group. This also does not give Lucas test. So these all says in reactive, so less reactive, or you can say the compound bi is inactive and it has a 1 unsaturation. So this means this must be a ether. So let us say you have a cyclic ether. So you have a 5-membered, because I should have a 4-membered, one saturation factor. So and this is in reactive. So this means this is a ether, or I can have a cyclic ether. You can have same compound. You can also use this formula also. So either you write this one or you write this one. This is also possible. This is also possible. You can write CH3 here. You can write CH3 here. This is also possible. Another possible solution you will have CH2 CH3. So similarly other solution may be possible. Only thing is in this case you just simply write this is a cyclic ether, that is enough. So this is a cyclic ether because this is inactive. So does not react with sodium, no alcohol. Does not give positive Lucas test, no alcohol. No tertiary or secondary alcohol, no oxidation. This means neither aldehyde nor ketone. Neither aldehyde, even ketone, if you have sometime ketone does not oxidize. So this all information suggests me this is the ether because inactivity. And now I have unsaturation factor, so I have to consider the unsaturation factor. Then I have to make only one option. I have to make a cyclic compound, cyclic ether. So I think you have copied this one. Those who have not copied. Only thing in this problem we have learned one very good point. Allylic alcohol also gives Lucas test. Generally, primary alcohol does not give Lucas test. But if you have alcohol that is primary but say conjugated with the double bond, that is allylic, that will give Lucas test. Why this is so? Because the carbocation that is formed, generally primary carbocation does not form. But in this case, primary carbocation that is formed, that is resonance stabilized, allylic position, allylic carbocation is very stable. And that's why this gives the positive test. You getting or not? Let us finish it here and then we'll discuss the next problem.